Stop. Don't throw out that grease stained shirt just yet. There's a $2 powder sitting in your kitchen right now. And it pulls grease out of fabric like a magnet. The big cleaning brands, they'd hate for you to know this because the moment you do, you'll stop wasting money on their overpriced sprays. I'm talking about cornstarch. Yep, the same stuff you use to thicken gravy. Stick with me for the next 60 seconds because I'm about to show you exactly how it works, and trust me, by the end, you'll never look at a grease stain the same way again. This is the To Fix channel where we solve expensive problems with cheap solutions, and today's fix might be the best one yet. Let me show you why. Picture this: you sit down for a nice dinner, a drop of olive oil lands on your favorite shirt, or your kid spills pizza grease on the couch and your stomach drops because you know oil stains are forever, right? That's what they want you to believe. So you run to the store, you grab a fancy stain remover, $12 for a tiny bottle, you spray it on, you scrub like crazy, and the stain just laughs at you. It's still there. Faded maybe, but still there. So you spray again and again. That bottle is empty in 2 weeks. Now do the math. A family buys these sprays all year long: stain removers, carpet cleaners, upholstery foams, degreasers. That's hundreds of dollars a year, hundreds on products that barely work. And here's the part that really stings: most of those bottles are mostly water. You're literally paying for water and packaging, plus a few harsh chemicals that make your eyes burn. There has to be a better way, and there is. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Have you ever wondered how the Amish stay so clean? No fancy chemicals, expensive store bought sprays, and giant cleaning aisle. Yet their homes are spotless, their clothes are crisp, their furniture looks brand new. How? Because they never stopped using the old ways, the simple ways, the cheap ways that actually work. While the rest of us got hooked on plastic bottles, the Amish reached for the pantry and one of their go to secrets: a simple white powder, cornstarch. They've used it for generations for grease, stains, odors, polishing, and it costs almost nothing. This isn't some new TikTok trend. This is old knowledge, the kind that got buried under marketing, the kind big companies hoped you'd forget. So let me reveal the big secret. The whole trick is this: cornstarch is the most powerful grease absorber in your kitchen, and it costs about $2 a box. You don't scrub with it, you don't mix it with 10 things. For most stains, you just sprinkle it on. Dry, straight from the box. That's it. The powder does the work while you do nothing. It pulls the grease up and out of fabric, out of carpet, out of upholstery, even off concrete driveways, and it does it without harsh chemicals, no fumes, no gloves needed, safe around kids and pets. One small box can treat dozens of stains. A 500-gram box runs you around $2. Compare that to a $12 spray. It's not even close. But how does a cooking ingredient beat the pros? Let me explain the science. Don't worry, it's simple. Grease and oil hate water. That's why washing alone never works. The oil clings to the fabric and refuses to let go. But cornstarch is different. Cornstarch is what we call porous. That means it's full of tiny microscopic gaps. Think of it like a million little sponges. Each grain has a huge surface area. When you sprinkle it on grease, it goes to work. The oil gets pulled up into those tiny gaps. The cornstarch basically tricks the oil. It convinces the grease to leave the fabric and move into the powder instead. This is called absorption, and cornstarch is amazing at it. It's the same reason it thickens your soup. It soaks up liquid like crazy. Now here's the bonus. Cornstarch is also a mild abrasive. That means it gently scrubs without scratching. So it lifts grime off surfaces too. And because the powder is so fine, it digs deep, deep into carpet fibers, deep into the weave of your shirt, right where the stain is hiding. That's the whole secret. No magic, just simple, honest science. Science the Amish understood long ago. So why don't the big brands tell you this? Come on, you already know the answer. They can't sell you something you already own. Think about it. A box of cornstarch costs $2 and it lasts for dozens of cleanings. There's no repeat business in that, no subscription, no fancy bottle to keep buying, a grease cutting spray. That's gone in 2 weeks. And you're back at the store. That's their business model. keep you buying and dependent, keep you believing only chemicals work. They spend millions on commercials telling you that you need their special formula, that stains are impossible without it. But the truth was in your pantry the whole time. Now, I'm not saying it's some evil conspiracy, but let's be honest. A $2 fix is bad for business, so they stay quiet about it, and we're going to be loud about it. That's the whole point of this channel. Okay, let's get to the good stuff. Here's exactly what you need. First, cornstarch, about $2 for a box. You'll find it in the baking aisle. Second, a soft brush or an old toothbrush. You probably already have one. Third, a clean white cloth for blotting. Fourth, a vacuum for carpets and couches. Fifth, optional white vinegar, about $1 for tougher, older stains. And that's it, your total cost. Around $2 to $3 for a whole arsenal of stain fighting power. Now let me walk you through the steps. Pay close attention here, because doing it right makes all the difference. Let's start with clothing. Step 1. Act fast if you can. Fresh stains come out easiest. Step 2. Blot the stain with your cloth. Don't rub. Rubbing pushes the grease deeper. Just press gently to lift the extra oil. Step 3. Lay the item flat on a table. Step 4. Sprinkle cornstarch right on the stain. Be generous. Cover the whole spot until you can't see it. Step 5. Now the hardest part. Wait. Let it sit for at least 20 to 30 minutes. For deep stains, leave it for a few hours. You can even leave it overnight. Step 6. Watch the powder. You'll see it clump up, maybe even turn a little yellow. That means it's working. It's pulling the grease out. Step 7. Brush off the cornstarch with your soft brush. Step 8. Wash the item like normal. That's it. The stain should be gone or nearly gone. If a shadow remains, just repeat the steps. Now let's do carpet and upholstery. This is where cornstarch really shines. Step 1. Blot up any wet mess first. Step 2. For old dried stains, lightly spray with vinegar. This loosens up the residue. Step 3. Sprinkle a thick layer of cornstarch over the spot. Step 4. Let it sit 15 to 30 minutes. For greasy stains, give it longer. Step 5. Grab your vacuum. Vacuum up every bit of the powder. Step 6. Blot any leftover stain with a damp cloth. Done. Your carpet looks fresh again for just pennies. Want to tackle a stubborn old stain? Here's the paste trick. Mix 1 tablespoon of cornstarch with 1 tablespoon of white vinegar. Stir it into a thick paste. Spread it right on the stain. Let it dry completely. This can take a few hours. For really tough stains, let it sit longer, then scrape it off with a butter knife and vacuum or brush away the rest. The vinegar breaks down the gunk, the cornstarch absorbs it. Together they're a powerful team. Now let's talk about results. What can you actually expect? Let's be real with each other. For fresh grease and oil, the results are amazing. Often the stain vanishes in one try, a 30-minute wait and a wash, and it's like it never happened. Professional cleaners swear by this method. One cleaning expert said it pulls grease right from the fibers. Another showed a greasy shirt looking brand new after one cycle. For older stains, be patient. You might need 2 or 3 rounds, but it works. And here's the money part. Professional carpet cleaning runs $25 to $100 per room. A single $2 box of cornstarch. It can treat 15 to 20 stains. That's pennies per cleaning. Some families save $200 to $400 a year just by reaching for the pantry instead of the store. That's real money, money that stays in your pocket. Now I promise to be honest with you. So here's the honest truth. Cornstarch is not magic. It has limits, and I won't lie to you about them. Cornstarch works best on oil and grease stains. That's its superpower. Food stains, cooking oil, salad dressing, sweat, but it's weaker on other stains. It struggles with deep dye stains and some old protein stains. For those you may need other methods. Also, this works best on fresh stains. The longer a stain sits, the harder it fights, so act quickly when you can. A few safety tips too. Never use cornstarch near hot oil. Dry powder near a flame can be a fire risk. Let everything cool down first. Always test a small hidden spot first, especially on delicate or antique fabric. And never mix cornstarch with bleach. That can cause a bad reaction. For anything marked dry clean only, take it to a pro. Don't risk an expensive item. And one more thing, Cornstarch can be dusty if you have allergies. Wear a mask, open a window. See, that's the honest truth. It's not perfect, but for grease, it's incredible, and it costs almost nothing. Now, if this helped you, do me one quick favor, smash that like button. It really helps this channel grow, and it tells YouTube to share this with more people who are wasting money on overpriced sprays. Hit that subscribe button too. We drop new money saving fixes all the time, and turn on the bell so you never miss one. Now I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below. Tell me what stain you're going to try this on. Is it a shirt, a couch, a carpet? Let me know. And if you've used cornstarch before, share your results. Your tip might help someone else. This community is full of smart, thrifty people, so let's help each other out. Now, before you go, here's a bonus tip. Cornstarch does way more than fight stains. Sprinkle it in stinky shoes overnight. It soaks up the sweat and the smell. By morning, they're fresh. Mix it with water to polish silver. It removes tarnish without scratching. Sprinkle it on a smelly carpet. Wait 20 minutes, then vacuum. Instant freshness. You can even use it as a dry shampoo. For your hair or even your dog, this one little box does the job of 10 products. That's the power of a real $2 fix. And speaking of secrets the brands hide, my next video is a big one. I'm revealing the $1 pantry item that kills drain odors and clears slow drains without any harsh chemical drain cleaner. The plumbers won't love me for it, but you will. So make sure you're subscribed because you don't want to miss that one. Remember this, the best fixes aren't the expensive ones, they're the simple ones, the ones hiding in plain sight in your own kitchen. The Amish knew it, your grandma knew it, and now you know it too. So go grab that box of cornstarch, save your stained clothes, save your carpet, and save your money. $2, that's all it takes. Thanks for watching the 2 Fix. I'll see you in the next one. Now go fix something.